Well, it's a pleasure to introduce now on the Dannison Presents show. I have on the line Fred Snyder. You recognise the name from the B-52's, but did you know that he also does other projects? He's a multi-talented guy. I just want to say welcome to the show, Fred.
Well, thank you very much. Good to be here.
Thank you for taking time off to talk to me, Dannison, on the UK radio and worldwide, of course. Now, that's the power of the internet. You can listen to radio wherever you are in the world. And I want to kind of focus kind of like on your later work, really, because you've got many strings to your bow. Like I remember you do movies as well. Can you tell the listener what movies you've contributed to over the years?
Well, besides the song for the Flintstones, I also there's Trekkies 2 about all these really eccentric Star Trek fans. I did the theme song to that with Pat Irwin, Beam Me Up. Have written Halloween songs for Elvira, and I've written Halloween songs with my band, the Superions, and Ursula 1000.
You got quite a list there. And Sophia Lesbexa, we're just talking about Sophie as well. She's from England.
Oh yes, I wrote one song for her. Well, she only used one song of mine,
One song.
and it was only on a special edition. But I didn't realize she had like 10 other people writing for her.
I see. And you mentioned your band, the Superions. Are they a comedy synth pop band? Is that a fair kind of description of the band, or do you do all types of
Uh,
music?
Surreal. We like to do well, sort of British humor. Just say the craziest things with a stiff upper lip.
That's awesome. And would you like to introduce the band members as well?
It's myself, Dan Marshall, and Noah Brody. We did our original recordings in their house, in their living room and bathroom in Florida. Hopefully, they're going to reissue our Christmas album
Great stuff.
this year.
And what's your favourite part of the year, the time of the year?
Well, I love Halloween's my favorite.
Halloween? Yeah, good
Of
part of the
course,
year.
my favorite holiday.
I wanted to ask, have you recently moved to New York?
Oh, I've lived. Well, I've had an apartment in New York since 1981, but I moved out to Long Island in 1992.
That's amazing. Has a Big Apple always been a part of your life?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm from New Jersey, so I would go to New York as a kid.
Cool. And like say, as an Englishman, what parts of New York would you recommend to visit? Obviously, you got your landmarks, but whatever parts of the great city would you recommend to visit?
Well, the East Village, of course. We have really great outdoor vegetable market in Union Square and other places. It's changed a lot. A lot of the great places closed or were torn down to build college dormitories.
Mm.
The Upper West Side's great.
And
Uh,
is Chinatown quite a vibrant place to visit in New York?
oh yeah, yeah. Some of the It's really fun to go to like a Chinese dinner palace. They really go all out with the decoration, and they walk around with trays of hot food like dumplings and buns and all kinds of things and desserts, and really reasonable.
That's great. And how's 2020 treated you? Have you had a lot of time on your hands to kind of be creative and concentrate on new projects?
Well, right now I'm writing songs for a friend of mine who's also working. I'm working on an album with Brian Hardgroove from Public Enemy,
Hmm.
and I'm also writing songs for someone he's producing, and I'm working on a song for Elvira,
Oh, nice.
another one or two, and if people can see what I think is probably the best song I wrote for her, Two Big Pumpkins. It's about her pumpkin patch. That's on YouTube. I think it's gotten like 600,000 views.
Great going.
Um,
And the Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, that's such a great film, a class film, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and Elvira's Haunted Hills is hysterical too.
Cool. Have you seen the video game? They released a video game in the 90s for the
Oh, I played the pinball game.
yeah, there's a it came out for the well, the old computer Commodore 64, and there was a game for it called Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. It was quite a hard game actually, one of these role-playing games when you're like in a scenario and you have to use an object to get through that door. And one of my first games that got me into computing.
Oh, I'm terrible at video games. I was
Ah,
playing years and years ago. I think it was Super Mario Brothers, and I was playing with my 6-year-old nephew. This is like 20 years ago or more, and he's like buildings ahead of me or whatever. I think they were jumping over, and he's like, "Come on, Uncle Fred," and I'm like, "Oh God, let's go outside and play wiffle ball." It's like,
yeah, classic retro games, you can't beat it. And
I'm still Ms. Pacman.
oh yeah,
That's my speed.
yeah. Do you remember Space Invaders as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Great stuff. And just wrapping up now, what would you like to say to your fans over here in England?
Well, hopefully we'll be back. The B-52's will be there someday. We're supposed to have a deluxe edition of all of our albums in one box, remastered,
Hmm.
and we're supposed to put 2 new songs on it, but with with the virus, it's just impossible to
Yeah,
get together.
sure.
Uh, but also, hopefully, check out the Superions videos. They're really unlike most. We call it $3 productions
Yeah.
because they cost about $3 to make. Um,
So it's a case of
Hopefully, they're going to put out our Christmas album with 2 extra songs.
great stuff. For the Superions, that will keep people entertained for the time being.
Yeah,
Great stuff. Right, Fred, I just wanted to ask, can you give me a little bit of your what?
a bit of what?
Yeah, in your famous song, you go, "You what?" Could you finish the interview on that?
Okay, let me. Okay. Your what?
Thank you very
Something
much,
like that.
Fred. Fred Snyder from the B-52's. It's been a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much to Fred there for a great interview. And don't forget to check out the YouTube channel. If you click subscribe to the Superions YouTube channel, and you'll find Fred's band on there. Superions. Do check them out.